The next one's called the Shapeshifting Detective. It's from 2018. So that's really, you know, new-ish compared. And that should capture directly. I'm gonna restart the timer. Capture, 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 capture. There. Okay, it does capture. All motion, and I'm gonna shape-shifting detective, which might be a dead giveaway about what's going on in this. Volume slider, subtitles. Yay, subtitles. Full screen voiceovers. Okay, so new game. What's this all about? Ooh.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
He's looking at me. Okay, I'm blocking a thing here. It says Sam, and then there's a foggy something.
Exactly. Rewind.
I did just ask him who he was.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. You know why you're here, don't you? The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Oh, that's true. Vernie's blocking the thing. Let's see if I can change that. Thanks for mentioning it. I would have missed that part. Let's see. We could move Vernie and the cloud of information. That's the one, isn't it? That's not. Okay. This is a bit more complicated. So we'll just run the we run the counter in the back. Bernie can be there. I can't move the. Can't move the counter currently. Oh, there you go. Just put it there. Doesn't make too much sense, but at least we've got it still on screen. There you go. That should help. Thanks, Emre. Appreciate it. Don't get caught is our job.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid.
Creepy dude.
If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
No
It's
shoes.
priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Something that is common to most, between most, among most full motion video games is the stops, right? When you have the cue to interact with the people, which always gives you a bit of time to examine the faces and, you know, notice particular characteristics and stuff. And depending on what kind of game you play, that's kind of important. And the more modern games do more with that, because the higher resolution and higher fidelity presentation of the audio and video makes it easier for the player to notice stuff. Which is quite interesting. The first game I played that is a bit like that is called Her Story. And that was quite interesting. So in Her Story, you watch interrogation videos and try to piece together what happened in the case that is connected to the game. And I'm not sure, in this game it's a bit of a different perspective, because we've been sent here to in secret to stay hidden with an assumed identity, and we can shapeshift, I think. So currently I guess we are Sam. That's why it says it here in the lower corner. And she manages the guest house.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment.
Tarot
It's
readers.
deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Okay. Tarot readers predicting the future.
Yeah, it's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Maybe later. I'll come find you.
That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
I'd rather not say. Last on the left.
We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Nowadays. But this particular mangle was used to crush 4 young women in Kiruna in the 1960s.
Oh my gosh.
They were all identical quadruplets, aged 17. Apparently, their essence remains ingrained in the mangle. But I obviously can't vouch for that.
Why were they crushed?
Good question. I do not know.
Oh gosh. You can have it back.
I personally just use it to flatten bed sheets. Poe's curiosity shop is now closed. You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
So this is us roaming the place, huh?
Nightmares.
Number 4 is our room. You played, you finished this one. Cool. Yeah, there's Telling Lies, I think, of the same people. That's a nice bed. Shifting locked. I don't like the blurriness.
My hands trembled as I put the car in park, and I just sat there.
Hail a cab.
The hum of the engine and a
Visit
distorted
the
voice
chief.
from the now crackling
It's
speakers
nicely done though.
was my only
The
company.
transitions and the
Sat there.
sort of foreboding moments
Everything in
between
my head was screaming for me
between
to go,
happenings
to run.
on screen.
No one saw me. No one knew I even went for a drive.
And the radio as a
Fun.
secondary storytelling device.
God forgive.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
I'm between jobs and I'm Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Cellist.
Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
The tarot readers killed her. Ah, Telling Lies could be different people. That's good. We will look at Telling Lies after this one. Oh yeah, the Dr. Decker case is the same people, and Poe and Monroe. Oh, I haven't got that. I've got Dr. Decker in this one. Poe and Monroe, I don't have. That's also worth it. Cool. That's good to know. Yeah, that's the question. Why the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs? To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Thingamajigs, he said. And why isn't she in jail then?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Yeah, of course. Try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But You help me out, I'll help you. Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
My problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Okay. I think it's nicely done with the switch from interaction to where you have a moving background sort of thing with details that pertain to the case and can choose what to ask. That's kind of nice. Yeah. So how long did we look at it? 15 minutes. Okay. Where was she killed?
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
What can you tell me about Violet?
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything.
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know. What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Oh, well, yeah, but only the old stuff.
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
What's he looking at the pen for? All right.
I was in such a rush that I let down the last 3 stairs and nearly killed myself as I jumped over the family dog sleeping in the kitchen doorway. I opened the door from the kitchen to the garage and flipped
That's a
on the
nice
lights.
house.
I fell down in the doorway and cried. My car was there. It was pristine. It was just a night.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
No, I'm not. How did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
She said we. Can't you ask who the killer is?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
I've got some questions about the murder.
Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Well, how well did you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
Except that you predicted it.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
What team is that? Team Tarot? Where were you at 9 p.m. then?
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Saved you?
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Maybe the scenes between the talking, maybe I need to let them play longer because they contain information. You know, what is she holding? Her fingernails are very short. Facial habits. Is her hairband that she had in her hand. Now she has it on the head. She looks a bit exhausted, doesn't she? Tired? Huh. Leave that out.
So it's almost someone puts a lot of effort into
I
something.
kind of wish there were subtitles for the radio. That would be perfect. So let's visit Lexi, confirm the
You know what, Poe? I think
story.
you might need to promote.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come
It's
on.
not your casa though, you're in the guest house. Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards in rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
What? Okay, you do whatever the cards tell you.
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
A job.
I didn't say job. I said job.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
Oh, it's an actual thing. It's not a job, it's a chob. And that's a tarot thing. I wouldn't understand. I think she was making fun. How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well. You know the chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
That won't work for me. I'll do my best.
Really? Because she is completely innocent.
I don't trust you. What were you doing last night?
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
They are not painted. There's colour around them, though, I think. She's hiding them, though, isn't she? Can I see your nails?
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
I see. She seems very nervous and fidgety with her fingers, you know? Nervous, maybe. Not unsettled. Restless. That's the word. Restless. So I'll assume she did know Dorota, but I'll ask anyway. Do you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
A bit? You're basically exploding with nervousness. How do you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel? No, death.
Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time.
But I don't know anything. So what is the most dangerous tarot card then?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost.
So you drew the Five of Swords for Dorota?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
She's kind of fun.
Knew you were a killer.
Mad.
Her pace quickens. Cough.
The radio
Cough.
says Deco on the side. I think that's a pointer to the other game, which is kind of nice. So Rain is
bang,
the
You must be a
last.
new guest, or you're burglaring us.
Last in
I'm
the
Rain,
group.
by the way.
The esoteric mastermind. I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in.
What's with the? Is that like? Is that real hair? Yeah, haircut, man. Holy crap. So what do you know about Dorota?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Who's your next? The next victim. Do you have any connection to her at all?
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
I'm not barking, mister. That's what the killer would say. How cheesy is that? No, I'm not going to say that.
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop.
No, thank you.
I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
No, I don't.
Oh, there's more than just one form of possession, Sam. It's just a blanket term.
It's not a blanket term for anything. So how did you predict the murder then?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
So what's a group? Do we really want to know? What's a group reading?
The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
But Lizzie said he was the fancy guy knowing the esoteric stuff. And he says Bronwyn does. The plot thickens. He's more collected than the others. So one question would be, why is Lexi so nervous? Why does Lexi say he's the mastermind behind the astrological stuff? And he says Bronwyn knows it. Tell me about the special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Can I see it?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
So what were you doing last night then?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Praying for a haircut? What do you believe in then?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
That's bullcrap. Okay,
I wade across the puddle gathering at the base of the ramp. My thumb
It's a cool
caresses
game.
The safety insurance.
I like the way they start you into it, and the little bits and pieces that you find by listening to the radio, talking to people, and watching what's going on screen.
I have no idea.
And also the probably 50 out of 52, the 50 wrong ideas you get, until you get enough information to pick the two things that work.
My first shot goes wide, but it's enough to send her
I like
sprinting
it. So
directly
I'm going to go to the room and exit here. Because either I made you interested in it by now or not, but I don't want to get any further into it. I don't really think there is going to be a spoiler that early on, but you know, you kind of have to experience the rest on your own if you want to play this